As road crews prepare for this weekend's storm, utility companies are also anticipating the possibility of power outages. Now, the heavy snow and strong winds expected across our area could create problems for power lines and electrical equipment. When snow builds up on tree branches, the added weight can cause them to snap or fall onto power lines. Now, at the same time, extremely cold temperatures can increase demand on the electrical grid as more people rely on electric heat inside their homes. And if that heat goes out, experts say it can lead to a number of problems.
So there's a couple of things that, you can kind of see it come together slowly. Like the power goes out, my house starts to get cold, I get cold, it gets to the point where my pipes freeze. Now we've got both life-threatening cold plus the damage to the home when the pipes break.
Experts say there are steps you can take now to reduce the risk of frozen pipes if your power does go out. That includes leaving cabinet doors open under sinks and slightly dripping your faucets to keep water moving through the plumbing. Now, they also recommend you prepare for the possibility of being without power for several days by charging phones, stocking bottled water, and having extra blankets handy. And doctors want to remind you to pace yourself while shoveling your driveway and walkways, as lifting heavy snow can lead to injuries and strain on the heart. If you need to head out during the storm, drive slowly and give other vehicles and plows extra space. They also recommend having an emergency kit with snacks, water, and blankets if you get stranded. We'll have a full list of winter storm safety tips on WBAY.com.